Best friend, did you catch last night's episode of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta? If you did, you probably feel the same way I felt. This was just a bunch of bleep. I'm gonna bleep myself out. I really feel like they just really trying it with this season. They could have went ahead and ended it last night. Like, I don't even see what we needed this episode for. They could have just gave us whatever's gonna be in next episode, because this was just, I just wasn't here for it. But I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna review this anyway, because we're gonna keep it up. You know, we've been going strong, so I'm gonna keep going. But this episode they could have kept to themselves. All right, so we have the episode that starts back off with Stevie J and his daughters, and I just love the fact that he was more so comforting his daughters and he was sticking up for them versus his normal way of taking up for Joseline, because y'all know how he can get when it comes to Joseline. He'll take up for her even if she, you know, smoking the crack or whatever. He be ride or die for his boo. But this time his princesses, as he calls them, were way more important than the drama that he had going on with Joseline. And I love the fact that they got a little laugh out of the fact that Joseline was trying to cry, and they was like, okay, so now she want to play the victim, like she didn't do anything, like Stevie caused all this stuff by himself. No, you still got to play your part. That's all I was saying last week. Like, and then the fact that she was trying to fight this girl, like, how you gonna try to fight your stepdaughter? Like, that's some Maury stuff for, no, that ain't even Maury. I want to say that's like Jerry Springer type stuff. Like, who does that? Like, you're the adult, like, be the adult. I'm just saying. Anyway, so they end up laughing about that, and that was the end of that scene. Then we got Tammy and Tommie meeting up, and I mean, it was this whole thing, like, Tammy wants to get Tommie together with Dime to try to make things over, since now they cool, and she like, we don't need no lingering bad feelings, you know, so let's just go ahead and make everything right. And Tommie was like, oh, that's cool, but Tammy had already told her about Dime beating up Treasure, so of course that made Tommie feel a little bit better about Dime, because they got a common enemy in common. They got a common enemy. And I was like, okay, well, that's fine. I'm gonna need y'all to find a better ground as to why you want her to be friends with Dime. But hey, you know, anything for TV. And we already know that Tommie won't be on Love and Hip Hop anymore, so this is probably one of her last checks, okay? But baby girl get that last check on this time, because she was in a couple of scenes, bless her heart. But Tommie agrees and says, yes, I'll meet with her as long as we on our grown woman stuff, okay? So the next scene, Jasmine takes Kannon to get a swab test. She's like, you know, I got to put my son through this, you know, but I know who my child's father is. I was like, okay, boo. If you did, you wouldn't have all these men out here claiming. Like, I don't know too many men just out here claiming stripper babies. Like, y'all let me know. Y'all know some stripper babies out here being claimed? Because I don't know too many men out here claiming stripper babies. They acting like Kirk. All of them be acting like Kirk. Ain't my baby. They ain't my baby. I mean, I might have smashed one time, but it ain't my baby. Y'all let me know. And that's sad to say, but I'm just being honest. Just being as real as possible. So, Logan does take a test as well. He just giving me all kinds of Joel Santana teas. Like, that whole bandana around his head. Like, baby, this is 2017. He was giving me straight, hey, ma, what's up? Let's slide. All right. And we gonna get it other night. Okay. Throwback for y'all. If y'all look young, y'all might not even know who that is, but Dipset was popping, and that's what they used to wear, okay? So I had to take y'all back in that. But anyway, so then we see Kirk meets with his lawyers at the house, the lawyer's house, which I think that's their place of business, but it looked like a house to me. And Kirk admits that he was paying Jasmine to keep quiet because Jasmine came and told him, like, hey, you know, I think I'm pregnant. And instead of going right then and like making a paternity test happen, he could have did that on the low. But I guess he just felt like, okay, well, if I just pay her off, then she's not going to say anything, which normally people don't say anything. But it's almost like either she wants fame or she wanted more from Kirk than what she got. And she thought that this would be a different type of situation. Because I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Let me just be honest. Let me throw my thought hat on. Okay? A real thought. Okay? You're not gonna ruin your coins, especially for somebody you don't even want. Like, I would keep my coins flowing. She didn't have to worry about no car. She had a whole apartment. these love and hip hop checks go run out, okay? So you might as well go ahead and get your little bit of coins from him and stay silent, live your life, finish stripping if you want to on the side, start you a little side business or something, you know. But she ain't playing it smart. Let me take my thought hat off. Okay, I'm back now. But yeah, so Kirk says he really just wants his family back. He talks to the lawyer. Lawyer says, well, you need to go ahead and take this paternity test. And then they start talking about the divorce papers. One thing I did admire about Kirk in this moment, which is very, very rare that I even admire him, especially with all the crap that he puts everybody through, was that he said, you know, if this is my child, I want to make sure that Rasheeda is protected. So in the divorce, she could have everything. He wanted like 2 years of management or something like that. But in the divorce, she could have whatever she wanted. And because he didn't want any of Rasheeda's money having to go to something that he caused. And that was the first moment I was like, okay, why couldn't you have said this a long time ago? Like, why you have to let me hate you before you just say, hey, you know, I messed up. I messed up. I had a moment. I messed up. And I thought this was, y'all know men don't be thinking right. Like, in his head, it made sense to pay the girl off. Like, it made sense. I keep it from my wife. I ain't got to worry about it. I don't even know, was he really going to go see his potential son or not? I don't know. But he was trying to keep it away from Rasheeda. So I mean, that's just how men are. So yeah, I hope he go get this paternity test. Like, I don't understand why it took him going to a lawyer to get a paternity test taken. Yeah, don't make sense to me. So then we got Tommie and Rasheeda. They host the mediation for Tommie and Dime. And from the previews, they made this seem like this was going to be like the highlight of the show, other than Rasheeda and Kirk meeting up at the end. And this was nothing. Like, security came in faster than I've ever seen them come in before. They must have knew Dime was finna tear up. Who y'all thought would have won between Dime and Tommie if they would fight? My money's on Dime, because I done seen Memphis chicks fight, and y'all know I'm here in Memphis. And all I'm gonna say is they gets down, okay? Like, it's grimy. They don't care. And y'all know I'm Team Dime anyway. So anyways, everything was going okay as far as their mediation and their apologies and all that stuff. And then Tommie starts running her mouth like, oh yeah, you know, I just got a lot going on in my life, a lot of stress, and so if anybody want to get this work, they could get it. You know, them fighting words. You talk about somebody getting some work. Oh, so you would go give me the work, huh? Dime said, oh, you wasn't gonna give nobody the work. Give the work to who? Work where? Nah, the only work you got is love and hip hop. That's about it. You ain't got no work. If you want some work, I'll give you some work. I was like, oh, Dime, don't do it. Don't kill her. And they got up and they exchanged words. And Tommie told her that I'm gonna beat your ass like your mama should have beat your ass a long time ago. And I was like, oh, she always talking about somebody mama needing to beat their ass. I'm like, she don't even know how much that, like, she always hit people in the core. Like what Mimi say, you hurt me to my core. Ooh, Mimi be killing me. But anyways, that was just the end. Like I said, security came in, and that was over with within, I mean, it was like the end of one scene, one commercial break, and then the beginning of after that commercial break. It wasn't nothing. So then we have Mimi and Savannah. They sit down and talk about what happened the other night, and talking about the non-apology that they got from Joseline. And I really didn't understand why they even had this scene. Like, what was supposed to be the outcome of Savannah talking to Mimi? But I guess she just confided in her, and it gave Mimi the tea, so she had some fuel to go to Stevie with. Like, you know, I didn't heard everything that happened. Okay, so anyways, the mammies, okay, all the mammies sit down, and by mammies I'm talking about Mama D, we got Waka Flocka Mama, Tammy Mama. Had y'all ever seen Tammy Mama before? I had not seen her, and I did not know that was her mama. If they would have told me that was Tammy Mama, I would have told y'all no. Like, nope, that's not her mama. But apparently it's her mama. So I'm wondering, you know, I want to dig a little bit deeper to her family. I know, you know, we all got different colors and shades of melanin, but she don't really look like her. I mean, I guess she do kind of look like her mama. Her chick's a little chunky like her mama. I want to see what her daddy look like. I'm nosy. I am nosy. But anyways, and who else was there? who else was there? Oh, no, KK was there, and of course Tommie's mom, and they get to talking, and she shares the fact that she doesn't have a relationship with her kid, and everybody else starts talking about how they made mistakes and the things that they had done. I was like, man, they sitting at a table with a bunch of killers. Okay, these bubbles don't play. I was here for it. I love the fact that Auntie Deb was like, we're all sisters. We're sisters now, and we're gonna make sure everything go right. So Mama D invites everyone to her housewarming party, and she says, we're gonna bring the kids as well, and we're gonna talk it out and hash it out. We're gonna make things right. So I was like, okay, this is a nice little scene. I'm here. Every show got these old ladies on it now, and I'm with it. Give us a little taste of the oldness, but keep it real. I love that little aspect they're adding. So anyways, the next scene is Rasheeda and the family. They're on a road trip, and I had totally forgot that Rasheeda was a grandma based on Kirk's daughter, and I think she got like 3 other grandkids, but I was laughing at that. She was like, I'm a grandma. I'm like, okay. Anyways, but Kai has the answers to the situation with his mom and his dad, and he's like, Mom, you just need to get over it. Like, you just need to let it go, and y'all go ahead and get this together, because it's been going on long enough, and we ready to be a family again. And then he talks about how his little brother needs to be raised with both parents like I was. And I was like, oh, side note, y'all know the tea that's going on with Rasheeda and some woman calling her and recording it, talking about her son was messing with, talking about the lady's son was messing with Rasheeda's son, and it was just a bunch of mess. Like, you don't do that to kids. Like, ma'am, you're so tacky, you're trash, you are so trash for that. And then the fact that you recorded it, you were looking for a come up. Like, that's all that was. These are kids, these are babies, and it's not your place. Irregardless of the situation, like, I don't know what happened, I don't care what happened, but I just know, like, that is like not cool, and she don't get no points from me for doing that. Like, spilling anybody's tea, any kid's tea that doesn't need to be spilled, especially the nature of the tea that she spilled. Like, you just talked about your own son. Like, you dumb. You real dumb. But anyway, so they all get to this cabin or whatever. I don't even know where they were at. Y'all let me know if y'all know the location of that place. It looked kind of nice. And, Rasheeda was bragging about how she just wanted to spend time with her kids. And her mama was there, of course. And they look down outside, and who's there? Kirk is there. And then it goes to commercial break. Comes back from commercial break. And we see Mimi and Stevie meet up to discuss what Mimi really wants from Stevie. Okay? And basically, I guess she just wants him to not have Eva around Joseline, and not to be stupid, and to take care of his business. I mean, this is another pointless conversation. We've heard them have this conversation earlier. Like, she couldn't even get the protective order against Joseline, because Joseline has never physically done anything to Eva. So y'all know, like, that was just dumb. But anyways, then our last and final scene, we got Kirk and Rasheeda, and they're talking about everything that's going on. He tells her that, hey, I'm going to get the paternity test, talk to my lawyer, blah blah blah. And then he pulls out the divorce papers, and y'all, that's when everything just went to the left, because he didn't have a chance to really explain the papers before the mama got to, running her mouth, before Mama Charlene got to running her mouth or whatever. And like I said, the idea of what he said was good, but I just think it just wasn't the place for him to do that. But hey, if they weren't talking, again, we going with that the story is real. But if they weren't talking, then I could understand him, saying, hey, I really want my family back. This is what I'm doing to get my family back. Rasheeda's like, you beat me to the punch. Like, I'm supposed to be presenting you with divorce papers. I'm like, well, if you was going to do it, you should have been done did it. But that's not what he's saying. He don't want a divorce, but he's saying, if this child happens to be my child, I want to protect you and my family. So, she kind of sort of gets that, but she's still upset that he beat her to the punch. And Mama Charlene like, so what does this mean? And he like, well, I think Rasheeda knows what it means. And she was like, no, what you need to be doing is getting that test for that baby to find out if it's yours. He said, no, I'm trying to get my family back. And then they start going at it. Of course, Mama Charlene, she don't play about Rasheeda. That's one thing you're not going to do. You're not going to come for Rasheeda, and Mama Charlene not say nothing. And she just gets in the business all the time. They go back and forth at it. And I just felt like, once again, like Mama Shirley just really didn't need to say anything. This really wasn't her place to be involved. Even though she's there, she didn't have to really say anything. She could be there as a comfort for her daughter later on, but she don't really need to be talking. So that's the end of the episode. Next week episode, we see that Kirk says, "Love and hip hop, forget that. Y'all stop effing up my family." All the mammies mediate Tommie and her mama, and then Stevie introduces the first lady of Danger Zone. Based on the previews, I'm probably gonna say that it is Joseline, only because that's how they do us, because they're gonna make us think that it's the Panamanian goddess, and I don't know. Who do y'all think it was? And then Rasheeda gets a letter delivered to Prest, and come to find out it's from Jasmine, and it is a paternity test, and more than likely it's the paternity test from Logan, because as we know from the blogs that they still do not know who the child's father is. So I don't understand that, because baby daddies out here all the time getting found. So I don't understand how y'all can't figure out if Kirk the baby daddy or not, or who the baby daddy is. Like, do she just not know? And so because she don't know, they don't want to say nothing because they're trying to prolong this and keep it going. I don't know, y'all. Again, I'm just ready for this season to be over. I'm ready for the reunion, because I'm ready to see Dime get into lovely E.Michelle. I'm ready to see what happened. I'm just ready for this season to be over. Like, I can't stress that enough. It's been so many hills and mountains, and I need some stability. Do y'all remember that? I need some stability. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. I gotta get back to work, so I will catch you guys in the next one. KK, bye.